taking the day. I am taking the day.
Hey everybody, welcome to Coffee and Conversation with Angela. It's Monday. It is Monday. And normally, y'all, I am on 10 when I hit these recordings. But today is one of those days I don't really feel like it, and we're going to talk about it today, right? So we're going to jump right in. I hope you all, if this is your first time here checking out my channel, welcome. Poke around. I hope you find something that helps you live a happier, healthier life. I am about happiness. I'm about being happy and experiencing joy and happiness in your life in every area. And that's harder to do than it sounds, because a lot of times we're pulled and stretched in different ways, and we are challenged to grow in areas we might not necessarily want to grow in, and so it doesn't feel so good. You don't always feel so happy. But I talk about that in an effort to help you do that a little bit more smoothly. For those of you that are used to, that are here, and this is not your first time here, hey family! I hope you all had a fantastic week on this past week, and that you all made choices to help you live a healthier life. See, I'm tired this morning. See, we're going to be talking about today when you don't feel like it. Whatever your it is. Now, I hope those that saw that, heard that, had a yes and threw something at the screen or waved their hand at the screen, because the truth is, you don't always feel like it. Whatever your it is, I got 5 tips for it. I got 5 tips, but whatever your it is, whether your it is you don't feel like being in a relationship today and the responsibilities that come with being in a relationship today. You might not feel like parenting today, being a responsible one and having to teach and having to translate life lessons into a palatable form of communication for minors. Listen, that's every day. You might not want to deal with the attitudes that come with it, whatever. You might not feel like being a leader in whatever way that you are a leader. If you are a leader and you are operating in leadership, whether in whatever area you're called to lead in, it can be exhausting. It can be exhausting to always let your light shine, to always be the example, because a part of being a leader is the leaders you respect are the ones that live what they teach. They say that live a do as I do and teach, not the do as I teach but not as I do, because I'm not doing it. So that means that you have to actually do it. And sometimes walking your talk can be harder. Well, walking your talk is harder than actually talking. So sometimes you don't feel like it. I'm one that I don't want to be a hypocrite, so I try to practice what I preach, and that's not always easy, because I don't always want to practice what I preach. I don't always want to do it. There are days where I don't want to practice what I preach. And depending upon an area of what it is, y'all, it take me time to grow through it. And I have to deal with it. So we're going to talk about 5 things to help you to what to do when you don't feel like doing whatever it is you have to do. Leading, momming, daddying, girlfriend and boyfriend and spousing, working, whatever. Here are my 5 hot tips. Tip number 1. If you can rest or take a break, do so. Now, I'm assuming when I start with my 5 tips, because I didn't want this to be 6 tips. I thought 5 was cuter. I'm assuming that you understand that it is okay to acknowledge and say that I'm human and I need a break and I don't feel like it today and I don't do it. I want you to know that it's okay to acknowledge that and feel that and experience that. You will. The difference in a higher level thinking person is that when they acknowledge and they see that they're experiencing negative emotion, is they're curious about the emotion, they want to understand what's happening with the emotion, and then they make positive decisions about how to handle it. Lower level thinking or lower emotional processing is I feel it and I just kind of go, wah, I feel it. You have a tantrum. We're high level thinking people. Surely we can have an emotion and figure out what to do with it. So let's acknowledge that I'm having this feeling. I don't feel like doing it. I don't want to do it. I feel overwhelmed. All the things that you feel. And I'm anticipating that you're doing the work of that. That you are, I feel overwhelmed. Why do I feel overwhelmed? That you're going to do the work of understanding why you feel what you feel. But then, if it's legitimate, the overwhelm, the tired, the exhaustion, I don't feel like it, or not. Doesn't have to necessarily be. Either way, you feel what you feel. If you are able to rest, rest. If you don't feel like being bothered with the job and you have some sick days and you can call in, take a mental health break. If you are in a marriage and you tired of your partner and your spouse, hopefully you are married or with someone that will allow you some downtime. And if so, take it. Go off on your merry way. Get you a nice hotel room somewhere. Go on a retreat somewhere. Go do something that will give you a break from your relational dynamic or family dynamic and just take time for you. Now, don't choose something that's not going to restore you in your rest. Because if you choose to rest is short for restoration, for restore. So if you're choosing something that doesn't allow you to restore, then you've not selected good rest well. Rest. If you have the opportunity to rest, rest. If you cannot rest, I want you to do this. Step number 2. Be selective about what you choose to add to your plate and to your list of responsibilities. A lot of times when we're exhausted, it's because we're going, and it's always something that's coming up. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to do that. I already know what I have on the docket for this week. Don't nobody come in here with nothing new. I'm telling you now, I don't feel like it. So come in here with nothing new. This week has been spoken for. Don't add anything else to the plate. If somebody is going out, wish them well. Y'all have fun here. If it's another event or responsibility or activity that somebody expects you to attend, I can't attend this event or this activity. I don't have capacity for it. You can say no nicely. Angela, did you know they're doing X, Y, and Z? Oh, they are? Oh, no, thank you. I'm not going to be able to attend. You don't need to offer an excuse or reason to rest. You don't have to go through, no, I'm tired. Because then people start trying to help you figure out why you could do what you know you don't feel like doing. Just, oh, no, I can't this week, honey. And leave it just like that. Number 3. There are times when you cannot stop. Where you have to perform, where you have to engage, you have to move forward. You can't say, I don't feel like doing it, because if you do, you're going to lose your job, or you're going to lose your family, or you're going to lose if you stop, what you're going to lose costs way more than what you want to lose. So then you need to ask yourself, what do I need to do to continue? How can I continue? How can I keep going until I can rest? Put it on the calendar. I have a girlfriend she's hilarious to me in this. She schedules once a quarter trips on the calendar deliberately. These are her rest breaks from her family. I think it's a hoot and a half. I love it. She quarterly. And when she starts to get tired, her focus is in the next 3 weeks. I am going to have 4 days of a restoration. I'm going to rest I'm not going to think about my family. I'm not going to think about the job. I'm not going to think about any of the responsibilities that are under me and on my plate. For these 4 days, it's about me. And I'm going to do me. Or these 5 days, it's about me. And I'm going to do me. So maybe you need to put a plan in place in front of you and say, okay, I know this is coming. I know this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to rest. Whatever you need to do. How can I continue? What do I need to do that will motivate me to continue so that I can finish the things that I need to do? Number 4, the 4th tip in the list of my 5 tips. Number 4 is who can help? Sometimes you just need a helping hand. I don't feel like it today. I don't feel like cooking today. My husband can cook. Boom. Family's eating. Oh, I don't feel like it today. I don't feel like being an adult today. Who could be an adult? I don't feel like doing homework today. I don't feel like parenting today. I don't feel like to talk today. I don't feel like now. I don't feel like whatever it is. I don't feel like doing. Who can help? Who can help? Who can offer some assistance? Who can watch the kids? Who can whatever it is that you need help doing? If it's something at work, who can I partner with at work that can offer me help? Maybe I could push this to my leader, and my leader can offer me some assistance and maybe able to offer some direction that will help me feel less overwhelmed. That will help me be less overwhelmed. Who can help? Y'all, I just had a full moment all on my own. Y'all know I had these moments and I would go off and y'all would lose me to the hallelujah moment. But I just had a moment. Because I was like, Lord, I need to pray about something. I need to ask you, who have you put in place to help me in this situation? Because this situation did not take you by surprise. You knew the situation was coming, oh God. So who have you put in place to help me with this? And help the helper that you sending to help me. That was a whole full moment. Ooh, God, help the people. Send helpers to y'all as well. Y'all, for real, I had a whole moment. Like, that was the whole moment that was in my head. I just went ahead and shared it with y'all. But who can help? Because I told you I don't feel like it. So this one is for me, right? But I'm sharing it with you. All right. My last but not least one, number 5. This is the winner chicken dinner for me. In these moments, you have to redefine success. You have to redefine what success means to you. Because we have been, in our discussions together, we're defining success as you moving forward and moving closer and closer to your ideal life and the happy life, your interpretation and vision of the happy life. But I want you to understand that along the way, while this is the goal, sometimes you have to have some lesser victories. Maybe the victory is, I got up this morning. I didn't feel like it, but I did get up this morning. Oh, I didn't feel like dealing with this mess at work today. Oh, I didn't feel like dealing with this project at work today. And while I'm not going to get as much accomplished as I wanted to, did I do one thing? Did I get one thing done? Sometimes you have to stop and look at what are some other victories that I can celebrate. Now, I arrived here at this one because right now I don't feel like working out. And I don't feel like controlling my eating. I feel like these past 3 weeks, it has been one thing after another. I went to a conference and then the very next weekend was something else. I don't remember what it was now, but it was something else. And then this weekend has been the weekend of birthdays and just food everywhere. And then I walked into an event yesterday and they had my favorite fried chicken. And it was just pans of it. And I was like, oh my God. I'm going to only eat 2 wings that turned into 4 fried chicken wings. And it was like, what are you doing, Angela? Why are you eating 4 chicken wings? But I feel like it's been one thing after another that is working against me and my fitness goals. And then my car had to go in the shop, so a couple of days I couldn't get to the gym while my car was with the mechanic. And it was just like, everything is working against me. So I got up Saturday morning and I was like, I'm going to go to the gym early. I had a busy day Saturday and I thought I'm going to be at the gym at 5:30 in the morning because nothing's going to stop me today. I've got my car back. I'm going to be there. I pull up to the gym, guys, and the gym is closed. I didn't know the gym didn't open till 7 on Saturday. And at first, I was all the way like, the gym is closed. And then I got excited because I said, you know what? It's a victory that I rose out of the bed on a Saturday morning at 5:24 to try to make the gym as early as possible. That in itself is a victory. That I would even think that I would even do that I would even, consider it, that it would even bother me, that it's a heavy weekend with all these parties and cocktails and all of that I would even think that way and that would be a thought for me is success. So even though I didn't do so hot, I ate them 4 wings, I did. It's success because I normally probably would have eaten 10 and instead I ate 4 and I stopped at 4. So all of those things, redefine your success. Redefine what you quantify as success. How you look at your success. How you say this is successful. And what it means to you. What success means to you in times when you're tired, when you're exhausted, and when you don't feel like it. Okay? That's a part of self-care, and being loving to yourself and being gentle with yourself is acknowledging that, hey, I get tired sometimes and I don't always feel like being great. I don't always feel like leading. I don't always feel like being positive, petty. I don't always feel like it. And what do I do in those moments? And if you can find a way to move forward anyway, count it as success. All right, that's all I have for you this week, guys. I hope you have a fantastic week. And I'll see you next time on Coffee and Conversation with Angela.